السلام عليكم ورحمة الله، يا أهلا وسهلا بأفخم متابعين ومستمعين بالعالم، متابعين برنامج دردشة بزنس. اليوم حلقة مميزة رح نتكلم فيها عن علامة تجارية وبراند جديد عم يوصل لأسواق منطقتنا، وتحديدا البداية تاعته رح تكون من الامارات العربية المتحدة. العلامة التجارية Xpeng، براند كهربائي صيني ولكن فيه أسرار كتير كبيرة، وهذا البراند بيمثل نظرة مستقبلية لصناع السيارات بشكل عام وخصوصا الصينيين منهم. للحديث معي بهذا اللقاء ولنعرف أكثر عن Xpeng وشو دخلتها على الامارات وشو الاشياء اللي راح يطلقوها في الامارات، راح يكون ان شاء الله معاي السيد برانك جو البريزيدنت تبع Xpeng، وراح يكون معي السيد محمد الظاهري البريزيدنت تبع مجموعة علي وأولاده، الوكيل الحصري لسيارات Xpeng وغيرها من العلامات التجارية في الإمارات. Welcome to Dubai, Mr. Brian. Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad, for having us tonight in this lovely evening in Dubai with the actual reveal of Xpeng as a brand in UAE.
Thank you.
Let me start with you first, Mr. Brian. What does Xpeng as a brand stands for?
As a young company, we always want to see ourselves as an explorer of future mobility. So every Xpeng vehicle want to bring the best-in-class technology in the beautiful design and cater to the forward-leaning, athletic, young, and really technology-savvy customers.
Technology-savvy customers. When you mention technology with Xpeng, is there like a specific bullet points to put it like that makes Xpeng different from other brands?
Well, we want to make sure technology is intuitive, technology is convenient, technology also provides safety. So in our vehicles, first of all, it has a lot of the software-enabled features that makes the car smarter than the traditional vehicles. So inside the smart cabin, there's a lot of the interaction you can have with the vehicle through the voice commands, through the interactive screens, through the display, as well as the functions that you can use and touch. But more importantly is that the software capability also allows the car to be smarter when on the road. They can see more. There was all the sensors, all the computing power. They can actually see more around them. They actually can, obviously it was regulation allowing they can be smart display the smart driving functions. All that actually will be technology, in addition to design and powertrain efficiency that we also know in the industry.
How do you see the impact of launching a brand like Xpeng in UAE?
Well, first of all, I think UAE is a very, very important market for us. As a young company, want to establish brand, we need to make sure we're successful in the key markets around the world. And I think UAE is one of these major markets. It's also a market we see tremendous progress with a progressive government pushing the transition to electric vehicle agenda, the embracement of technology and intelligence. And also I think the customer here, I think are also a very tech savvy and also prone to embrace new technology. So with those features, we think we're very excited about the potential of expanding UAE.
Mr. Muhammad, with Ali and Sons, mashallah, it's been years and years of expertise in the automotive industry, specifically in UAE. Xpeng, startup business, a new company, a new chapter, even for you guys. How do you view the launching of Xpeng in UAE, and how do you view this chapter?
Well, as you know, for the last probably 10 years, Chinese manufacturers have started their trip or their journey on manufacturing. A lot of automotive brands have came up, and in 2021 and 22, we started looking at other brands in China, and then we looked at one of them, of course, I don't know if you know, the MG. And then after that, after the acquiring of MG, we started looking, we want something electric, something technology, something that identifies the future of automotive. As you can see, and from the flying car,
And I'm coming to the flying car.
The flying car, it shows you that Xpeng is not just a car that you drive it, but it's a technology, it's AI, so it really gives us a sight of what will the future look like in the automotive.
The strategy behind Xpeng and what's the offering?
Yeah, as we said, we looked at a lot of automotive electric EVs on China, but we always look we look at number one, the product. Number two is the management itself, and how the team is working to really push the car itself and to market the team, etc. And we found an alignment between Xpeng and Ali & Sons holding on this path, and we thought that this is the brand that really can give us like a future in the automotive. And
But tonight, the reveal of the G6 and the G9, and I saw also behind us a flying car, and over there is an X9, which is a minivan, a very premium minivan. How do you plan to attract new customers? We're talking about a new brand, a fully EV brand, technologically very advanced, but still you know how the market works. What would be the offering coming out from Ali & Sons to attract more consumers and people who would jump into and try these new models?
We're a company with always we focus on our customer. Always our focus is on our customer. How can we make our customer life easier? Main thing that we need to really concentrate, and we always concentrate on for our customer care. As you know, if one customer is happy, then the rest is also will be happy. And one customer is unhappy, then it will. And as UAE is a very small country, the word of mouth is very strong as well here. So we need to be very cautious in approaching, and we need to be very welcoming to any customer that is coming and would like or inquire about our model.
Anything to encourage them to jump abroad and try the Xpeng?
Well, if someone drives a Tesla, come and drive the X9. I'm telling you. He will.
You've been driving an Xpeng?
Yes.
Recently?
Yes.
Which one, the G6
The
or
G9?
G9.
Yes.
What's your take?
Wow. Well, it's a beautiful car. It's very comfortable. And I've driven also other electric cars, but this one, what really impressed me is the quietness of the car. So other cars electric, you hear the wind of the car while driving it. This one, you don't hear any wind. It's very stable car. The technology in it is very smart. You talk to it. Some brands, you talk to the car and then he's like, I don't understand. What are you saying?
2 minutes later, how can I help you?
How can I help you, you know? In Xpeng, it's different. The more you talk to it, the more it understands. So, and it understands you. It understands what you like, how the seats would like to be, etc. The AC. So it's not just a normal car, you know. It really gives you a comfort with the technology that enables this comfort in an ultimate way.
And this is something you've been experiencing more and more with driving the G9.
Correct.
Going back to you, Mr. Brian, we've witnessed the launch of the G6, G9. I've seen the brand expanding in Europe, several models over there already. I want to hear it more from you. What's coming after the G6, G9, maybe X9 as well? What's coming in terms of the fleet and the models?
Well, we are working on a very exciting pipeline for international markets, including the Middle East. G6 and G9 are the main, I would say, products right now, and also there will be facelift and refreshment for these models probably next year very quickly. So we actually will try to improve on these current models. But more exciting is that we actually also have new models that will probably be positioned to complement these products, either focused on a different segment, either maybe smaller, more compact, or they're in other formats, maybe larger. We're also looking into the different modalities that actually can expand the use of these vehicles in different scenarios. So all that, I think, will form a very, I would say, comprehensive and full pipeline for the next 3 years to come.
As a brand, as an Xpeng brand, is there a plan to have like a halo product, something like a sporty car, or a very fancy SUV, a very premium SUV? Is it something in the pipeline that might create awareness, attention, buzz through internet, through social media?
Well, I think first of all, our products is getting a lot of attention already. I mean, each time we launch a product in China, it becomes a global sensation. The Mona 03 that's launched in China is probably attracted the most viewership of all launches of EVs in China. And I think for us, making sure we have each time introduce the best-in-class technology in products already gets us very, very much recognized as a brand. But obviously the flying car
is the...
becomes a reality in the next, I would say 2-3 years. That will also become
This one, or there is another setup for this?
Well, we have another model, which is not this type, but soon to be accepting orders in Chinese market by the end of this year, and hopefully we can deliver in 2026. So that will be
And for someone like me, do we say like test drive it or test fly it, or is it allowed for someone like me to test
we
it?
need to work with authorities in different countries. But in China, right now, the plan is that anybody, regular person, can be inside enjoying flying without additional licensing. So that's something we want to achieve by 2026.
With mentioning the Chinese market, with mentioning also the UAE market, we've witnessed in the past few years a lot of competition. There is several brands has been already launched, very nice designs, very nice engineering, and in the EV segment as well. What's the thing that you believe main USPs for Xpeng that will give you guys a room for a competition and to compete against some of these brands?
Well, I would say we already gone through a very competitive market in China. So to be here in UAE out of the fierce competitive market in China, it's already, I would say, to tell you something about competitiveness of the company. But as Xpeng, I think what we different from other Chinese EV brands is that we have the full, I would say end-to-end full stack technology that we develop ourselves.
Completely owned by Xpeng.
So, for example, the software that we, for operating system, for autonomous driving, those are all self-developed. And then for the AI capabilities that we're developing, that's also self-generated. We're also gonna design and probably, put our own chips into these vehicles. You cannot say that for many of the Chinese brands that can do that. Secondly is that you can also see the way that we approach mobility. It's different from just making an affordable EV. We want the car to be smarter as you drive it, to constantly update it with our OTAs, the functions, the software capabilities. I think that's one of the reasons why we have a partner like Volkswagen who actually would like to work with us so we can help them to elevate their competitiveness in China. So all these capabilities, I don't think many of these OEMs in China, the Chinese company, can own them end to end.
I've seen recently in the past few years also the expansion in the European market. You guys took ahead of so many other brands. You were ahead of them in terms of the expansion. Is it on purpose to penetrate the European market and make a footsteps for the Xpeng as a brand?
Yeah, I think for us, we started the journey early. We built our first store in Norway, let's say end of 2020. We did it that early because we know building a brand will take time. Building a brand that consumer locally will recognize, the service network, the partnerships that we need time to foster, all that is the investment you have to make. And we're very encouraged. This year we see the fruit of those investments. So now we're in probably close to 20 European markets by the end of this year. And also we see the Xpeng brand is actually being viewed by European customers with a very distinct special position. The tech premium is in people's mind, whereas most other Chinese brands, if you ask consumer, they probably does not have the brand story or position that's clear. So I think those investments really paid off for us.
Nice. Mr. Muhammad, let me get back to you with Gulf Star Motors, the official distributor for Xpeng in UAE. Can you give me more glimpse on the company, the corporate itself, the future of the company, and how do you guys operate?
Well, Gulf Star Motors is just it's a new company, a new subsidiary of Ali & Sons Holding, and we have opened this company just specialized just for Xpeng to really concentrate on the brand itself. So it has a separate management and to focus on the brand and focus on the customer. So as you know, we also have a showroom now in Dubai, following also we'll have a Abu Dhabi showroom also soon, and also we'll have other Emirates also. So we're very excited to work with Xpeng and see how the next couple of years how Xpeng will do in UAE.
Amazing. So the start from Dubai, But as you were mentioning, Abu Dhabi, of course, you guys have all the setup in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
And later on, there will be several service centers regarding the spare parts as well. GSM will work on.
We have a central spare part warehouse already in Dubai, so it will be also. It's already we're keeping all our spare part there. So spare part is not an issue. So we have a lot of spare part in regards to Xpeng, and as I said, it's also important to have spare part in case of any accident or breakdowns or etc. We don't want to keep the customer waiting. We want to turn around the car as soon as possible when it comes to our service centers.
Mr. Brian, let me go back a little bit with the partnership with Mubadala. Mubadala is one of also the investors with Xpeng. Can you give us more a glimpse on this kind of partnership? What does it mean for Xpeng? How does it affect maybe the stand ground for Xpeng in UAE?
Well, first of all, Mubadala is a early investor, so they invested into Xpeng before the IPO.
They believed in the vision very early.
So they believed in early, and they have been a steadfast supporter since then. So we received their unwavering support throughout the journey. Secondly, is that they also provide a lot of access for us on the ground. In fact, the first meeting between us and Ali & Sons was brokered and introduced by Mubadala. So that tells you they have done just more than just an investor, but also try to build connections for us. So we're looking forward to strengthen that relationship as we build out our business here in UAE, as well as maybe around the Gulf region.
When you mention Gulf region, which market you guys are planning to
Well, I think after UAE, we'll plan to launch in markets like Qatar, like Bahrain, Kuwait. We actually have plans already. It's all some of those are already signed. So we're actually waiting for the right moment to launch. But UAE again is the most important, I would say, market in this region, because I think this gives us the access to the brand halo throughout the Gulf region, as well as accessing global tourists and business travelers coming here, seeing our product on the street. That's why I think we want to make sure we are absolutely successful here.
Nice. Thank you very much, Mr. Brian, Sayyid Muhammad. شكرا جزيلا لوقتك. Thank you very much and welcome to Dubai. And thank you for the lovely evening of the launch of Xpeng in UAE officially. جمهورنا العزيز، متابعينا الكرام، مستمعينا الكرام على منصات البودكاست، Xpeng وصلت رسميا على الامارات. اتمنى تكون المقابله هاي مفيده لكم، تعرفوا اكثر عن العلامه التجاريه هاي، لانكم رح تسمعوا عنها اكثر واكثر واكثر خلال السنين القليله القادمه باذن الله. لا تنسوا تعملوا لنا اشتراك في قناه عرب جي تي بودكاست، ونلقاكم في مقابله قادمه ودردشه بزنس قادمه ان شاء الله. شكرا لكم، شكرا لمتابعتكم، السلام عليكم.